Hey everybody, welcome back. And today I'm going to reach into this box and use some of my old drawing supplies. So they've been in this box for seemingly quite a while, as you will see later on, because some of the markers are unfortunately dried out, and some of the nibs, I don't know what happened to them, but they're messed up. So this is the kind of pen I used to use a lot for drawing my line art. And yeah, so let's get to it. So excuse the mess, this is in my bedroom, which is currently an absolute wreck, which I'm sure actually probably a lot of my audience can relate with. But if you don't, I hope you're understanding, and for those who might judge, just everyone has their situation. And yeah, so here we go. I haven't drawn like this in a while. I mean, I have, but like not really like truly like sat down to seriously draw anything traditionally like this. Like I have doodled traditionally here and there, like when I'm doing notes or whatever, or trying to write something down, I'll occasionally like draw a little anime face. And yeah, so I'm just trying to see if I could do something because I messed up the eye there, so I tried drawing a hand, like try to do practice work with a hand, and it ends up kind of looking so-so, at least in my opinion. Yeah, that's the rest of the commentary I have in this sector, but I'm sure I'll have more. I'm exhausted. Oh yeah, and that's right. So, oh yeah, so maybe I could explain that. So this book was just a normal like clip folder, and this was before I went full digital. I was planning to like use it to write my manga. Also, this was before I was making scripts, which by the way I'll leave the link in the description below if you guys would like to read my mind dumps, my drafts for free, so you guys can get some gist of my stories before I officially release them to the public, as manga. So they're a little janky, but I thought, for those who are truly yearning for these stories of mine, you can check out the link in the description below. I am posting them on Wattpad simply because, at least in my opinion, it's a very nice platform in terms of, so I use voice to text a lot, and at least I personally find Wattpad to not be as glitchy when I do voice to text. Maybe it's just my devices, I don't know, but it just doesn't really glitch. Sorry, my hair went in the picture there. You now know what my hair officially looks like, and you can see my silhouette. Great, awesome. Yeah, so I guess that's inevitable because I have overhead light. Yeah, so far, I mean, I guess the eyes are okay. You can see definitely my art style has changed a lot, but I think, like, I've tried to at least make it a little bit more diverse in how I do it, and here I guess I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing for the hair. Also, I'm in a position that is extremely cramping. My back and neck and whole arm is hurting, and it's especially not helpful for the recovery of my musculoskeletal injury, which actually isn't that severe, but it needs, for it to actually be effective in its healing, I need to, not use it this way, and also, like, just get in practice of, using my hand for other things and not going in awkward positions. So, yeah, here I'm drawing the hair. I was trying to figure out what kind of hairstyle, and I just decided to stick with what I usually like. I know recently I've been doing more straight bangs instead of like jagged hair. I just wanted to diversify things when I did that. I usually prefer this kind of hair, but I don't want to make too many of my characters look too similar, if you know what I mean. So I was originally thinking to go with the no pupil look, to kind of give like a ghastly, like just kind of zoned out expression, but then I eventually decided to add pupils, but then they kind of looked a little soulless, so I don't know. You guys tell me about that. But yeah, anyway, at some point I'm going to get into coloring, but I guess I'm just adding details, and I don't know what I'm doing with the neck, which is why I eventually added a turtleneck, again, I guess I got a little too used to the grand privilege of digital art where there's the undo button. And, yeah, you can't do that with an ink pen. So it just, a lot of people might ask, then why didn't you use pencil? Well, so, especially at the time, and even now, I very much value, oh, by the way, just real quick, white gel pens, a friend of mine actually taught me that, when you're doing traditional art, is very good to give, like, a glossy look onto anime eyes, and especially, like, actually, if, like, you smear it, it can look a little bit more realistic, at least I found that. Unfortunately, you cannot see those results here because both pens are dried out. I'm actually trying 2 different pens here. So that's why you're not really seeing any specific difference, any good special difference. So, yeah, unfortunately, those dried out. Yeah, so this is the picture so far. This is the drawing. And, yeah, so let's continue. Yeah, so you can kind of see the highlights now. So you see here, I colored in the eyes with alcohol markers, and now I guess I'm touching it up. It honestly looked a lot. Oh wait, look, see, so it soaked through. I was checking if it soaked all the way through the pages, but nope, it didn't. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to speed up this clip real quick. Hold on. Look, I already did it. We already transitioned. Alright, so you can see that, I'm just testing the colors of the markers because, like, usually the color on the tips, like on the caps, aren't particularly accurate. And I'm coloring over the highlight, hoping it could kind of look like when I do color highlights digitally, which I don't really show that often, but I do it sometimes. So also, oh yeah, and there's my carpet. So also, unfortunately, a lot of my markers dried out. I mean, I guess that's inevitable for alcohol markers, but in the midst of moving, I guess the box, like, a lot of things were just thrown in to random places, so it was hard to predict where should go what, where, and how. So I'm assuming on the moving truck is just, it got hot, and some markers got dried out and stuff. You'll see pretty soon also, I'm not very good at the color theory with markers anymore. Maybe it's not that evident now, but you'll see it soon. It's just, I used to be a lot better with it. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm recovering from a cold. But anyway, yeah, it's been a while. And also you can see my art style has kind of changed. I mean, I do a little bit more stuff. Like, just how I draw the nose, but I kind of draw the nose both ways now, just whatever I want to do in that moment. I still do the same, do the same cheekbone structural, like how I draw the broader cheekbones, the angular pointed cheekbones. I'm not describing that very well right now. I'm kind of in a weird headspace as I record this. Actually, in a weirder headspace than when I initially recorded this. Oh my gosh, yeah, now you can really see how bad my color theory has gotten with using alcohol markers. It's actually been about a year or over a year since I've used traditional media like this without it being just a little doodle. I've been pretty much just doing digital. So yeah, and also what you're going to see pretty soon is I forgot just how much the pen ink bleeds. So I'm just going straight in and coloring it, which and you can see that this is one of the markers that dried out and got weird. It just reminds me of the Crayola markers that I used as a kid, and they would dry out easily, at least as per my memory. But yeah, pretty soon you're going to see a big gash of a line right over the left eye. And yeah, so I completely forget about the bleeding problem. Yeah, right there, there's a wonderful, glorious line. Yeah, so, yeah, you could tell I'm not used to using this anymore, and I tried doing the, like, wedge thing, which I found, it seems like it helps if I keep the marker on the page versus picking up and putting it back down is where you get those weird streakies. Oh, and there, I think it bled more. Yeah, so, I'm trying to blend things here. For some reason, some of the tips of these markers just kind of disintegrated too. I don't know why. Like, it looked like as if a toddler took them and, like, not just chewed them, but, like, smashed them on something. It just, I've not been around toddlers with my alcohol markers, and if I have, I've not let them use it. If I've let any children use them, I was responsible about it, and it was always in front of me. So, yeah. So I don't know how the tips got that, like, smashed look. But yeah, here I guess I'm trying to, like, shade the eye a little bit. But yeah, I do kind of want to go back to traditional, but one of the problems with traditional is, you know, I guess I've just gotten spoiled and stuff. I got so used to the digital method of doing things, where, you know, there's the undo button. I've gotten used to that, and also I like that you can really make the drawing whatever size you want. You can zoom in and out, and like, I definitely like aspects of traditional better, because still the backlighting of screens, if I stare at it for too long, can kind of make my head ache, versus traditional. Usually I don't get any sort of, like, the same kind of eye strain. I don't feel as funny after drawing for a long time. Yeah, so if you're wondering, yes, I'm still dealing with my muscular joint thing as I'm making this, and as we all know, artists have a knack for being a little bit masochistic, so I'm actually trying to work on that. But actually, the night I recorded this, this is a second voice recording for the video. The night I recorded this, I ended up basically staying up until the morning, and then I slept for like an hour or two. And yeah, it was definitely not a very productive day, but I guess I got this done, which I guess is a plus. So, yeah, I guess, you know, the video's almost done, so I just want to say, hey, thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to post this artwork anywhere, like, to be able to download, for sale, or maybe, like, on DeviantArt, I could try to see if I could get a print of it. I was thinking of maybe, like, digitizing the line art and doing whatever with the line art, and let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below if you would like me to do a video of that. If you want me to screen record my process of doing the line art digitally and coloring it digitally, and be like, hey, this is that drawing I made late at night, and decide to spontaneously use my old art supplies. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy the video, and hope to see you guys soon in the next video. Thanks, bye!